Communicating the news about our student's death was fairly immediate in some sense. I received the call on a Thursday afternoon from the father. I was the first one at the church to know about the student's death, and I immediately called my senior pastor, and within a matter of 10 minutes we were on our way to the family's house. As we were headed there, between my senior pastor, myself, and my wife, we notified the other pastors of the church. And we also began to notify the youth leaders that are a part of the youth group. And from there, we asked the youth leaders and pastors to begin to call the parents of the teens and asked that the parents be the ones to tell the teens. And we wanted it to get out fairly quickly over the phone. There was some concern if something gets out like that on Facebook or Twitter or any form of social media that teens finding out that way could be pretty harmful. And so we wanted to get word to the parents quickly and allow them to get that information to the teens. Immediately that afternoon, when we found out about the student's death, the other pastors that weren't with my senior pastor and myself at the house went to the church and opened the church so that students and families could come to the church and begin to pray. And there was about 50 people gathered there for 2 to 3 hours praying and crying and comforting each other. Then as the week progressed, the family of the student really wanted to have a gathering at their house just to share stories and to remember their teenager. And so we gathered teenagers from the church, teenagers from the school, their parents, members of the band and the sports teams that he was on. We all gathered in their backyard one night, just shared stories for 2 hours, and ended by praying together. Of course, then there was the visitation, and we sent news of that. A Facebook group was started in memory of the student, and on that communicated the visitation, and many people showed up to the visitation. And I had it on my heart to organize a vigil at the high school, so that students from the high school could come and share stories as well. And so we had a vigil at the high school, and then the next day we had the memorial service at the church. So that whole first week was a progression of different ways of remembering for different people. And our goal was to include as many people from within our youth group to the church to the community as possible, because he had such a wide impact on so many people.